Prophet Muhammad said that a time would come when the whole world would gather around to plan the destruction of the Muslims, as if they were gathered around a table to take part in a meal. Today the nations of the world are doing just that, around the circular tables of the United Nations General Assembly Hall.
That when we're dealing with the subject of the Antichrist, there is a lot of symbolism involved in it, religious symbolism, which needs to be interpreted.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Who controls the web? The spider controls the web. And the spider is at a level that you never see. It's not Tony Blair, he's a strand. The Bush family, they're a strand. Even the Rockefellers are a strand. The real power that's manipulating all this, you never see. It operates from the shadows. So it's operating to a central dictated policy. And this is why you're seeing the same things happen in all different countries at the same time. It's because the orders and the policy are coming from a central point. We can work on the level of banking scams, political scams, manipulated wars, manipulated 9/11s, and we should, because we need to know that. But if that's all we're doing in terms of communicating knowledge, then basically we're operating in a cycle of this is the problem, but how the hell do we get out of this? We will never know how to set ourselves free until we understand the nature of who we bloody well are. How do you set yourself free when you don't even know you are? How do you set yourself free when you don't even know the nature of reality that you're living in and manifesting and making happen without your knowledge that you're making it happen? You can't. So alongside the information about, you know, the 5 sense level of this conspiracy, if you like, we have to, just as powerfully, I would say more powerfully, communicate the nature of reality and how we are creating our reality and how we are allowing it to be created for us by having ourselves programmed with certain beliefs, certain perceptions and all the rest of it all the time. The two must go together, otherwise, you know, we're never going to get out of this. If I tell you that's a computer and you are infinite consciousness, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I'm telling you what you've forgotten. Because what happens is you come into this world and with this knowledge suppressed, it's like someone once said, you imagine you come into the world and someone tells you that 2 and 2 equals 5. Your parents tell you that from the earliest age, 2 and 2 equals 5. You then go to kindergarten and nice teachers tell you that 2 and 2 equals 5. You then go to school and teachers at junior school, senior school, they tell you 2 and 2 equals 5. By now, all your mates who've been through the same system, they're telling you 2 and 2 equals 5, and if you say it equals 4, they laugh at you. You then go to university, and professors with letters after their name, moustaches, they say 2 and 2 equals 5, you know. Oh no, it equals 4. No, I've been doing this 50 years. I've been all the best brains in the world. It equals 5. That boy will not go far. And then you turn the telly on and someone's going, good evening, 2 and 2 equals 5. Now the weather, right? There's a good chance that you'll go through the whole of your life believing 2 and 2 equals 5, but it still equals 4. And what this information about the nature of reality is doing, basically is saying, do you remember 2 and 2? 4. Oh yes! And this is why this has such an impact on people. When they hear it, something goes, this is true. This is true, because they're remembering it. We are in a world in which the vast majority of the population is in an amnesic state. They are in a hypnotic trance because they have been implanted with false information about themselves and the world ever since they arrived. What happens in terms of creating wars is a technique, a mind manipulation technique that I call in my books problem, reaction, solution. And it works like this. If you want to introduce something, say centralization of power through the United Nations, centralization of power militarily with NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the biggest military organization in the world that's expanding all the time. If you want to centralize power into fewer and fewer hands, if you did that openly and said this is what we want to do, there'd be a reaction against that. People would say, hey, this is a fascist state you want to create. We're not having this. But through this technique of problem, reaction, solution, you can actually manipulate people to demand you do what you want to do anyway. So it works like this. First of all, you create the problem, but you get someone else to be blamed for it. You then report that problem through the media in the way you want it reported, because the media is owned by the same people that own the banks and etc. You get the public to react to your problem by saying something must be done, this can't go on, what are they going to do about it? And at that point, they, who have covertly created the problem and blame someone else, who glean that reaction of do something, then offer the solution to the problems they have created. And it works like this.
solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. And it works like this.
If you tell the people they have an external enemy, they'll follow you anywhere.
They are 99% certain at this point that Osama bin Laden is behind today's terrorist attacks.
Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution.
The New World Order better stop carrying out terror attacks. We've caught them over 200 times in the last 100 years. Western governments doing this. Hitler did it, the Russians did it, the British do it. Look at America, it's turning into a police state.
Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. And it works like this. And it works like this.
With regard to 7/7, there's been a witness report in which somebody who was on one of the tube trains says that he didn't see a man with a rucksack. In fact, after the explosion, what he saw was metal pointing upwards from the bottom of the carriage. That would indicate, of course, that the bomb was not carried onto the tube train, but was in fact attached underneath it.
Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution.
Saddam Hussein has got weapons of mass destruction, and he's used...
His weapons of mass destruction program is active, detailed, and growing.
There's no doubt that Saddam Hussein now has weapons of mass destruction.
No doubt at all, but we will find evidence of weapons of mass destruction.
Saddam Hussein is a homicidal dictator who is addicted to weapons of mass destruction.
And it works like this.
Weapons of mass. Weapons of mass. Weapons of mass destruction.
And it works like this. And it works like this. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. Problem reaction solution. And it works like this. Problem reaction solution.
Drink of water, right? Stay off the fucking fence.
Problem reaction solution.
Shut up!
Problem reaction solution.
Get away from the fence. Get away from the wall.
Problem reaction solution. And it works like this.
Inside job.
9/11.
Inside job.
9/11.
Inside job.
9/11.
Inside job.
7/7. 7/7.
I wasn't really sure what was going on.